Everybody, so I have learned so much. It's one of those things. You get more detailed the more you go through things, and you learn, and it's like you know it, but then it gets more defined. Okay, so I said that I was going to share a video about getting paid to be you. And that has been something that I have been working on creating in my subconscious mind. Well, first I want to start out with this story because I know some of us are going through reorganizations in our lives. And that means like, this is because we're always manifesting, right? We're always manifesting. This is even before the fact that I knew I was a manifester. But in my heart, I used to work in the credit field. This is literally back in about probably 1994. In my heart, I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to move into something that I would like more, had no idea what that would be. And there again, I don't think I've shared this story with you guys, so I think this is good. But I didn't need to figure it out. I just knew that I wanted to make more money and I wanted to enjoy what I did more, right? And so, but how the universe and God created the manifestation of it, because I didn't necessarily get out there looking. I think I did a little bit. I think I did. Maybe I did a little bit. I don't really remember. I know I did afterwards. So, okay. So my boss, he is, a person that he was taken off for a few days or a week or whatever. And he was like, nobody do anything. Take extra lunch, make dentist appointments or anything. I want you guys here full force and just don't do anything out of the ordinary. Well, Ryan got in trouble during this time and I had to go to my son's school to try and get things straightened out. And I made that choice and I got fired. And of course, I didn't know what it is that I know now back then, so I was pretty upset about it. My later husband was living with me at the time, and he had to step up and give me money for the bills for that month, and he did. And then I got a temporary job at the Arizona Republic, working in customer service, and I did that for a little bit. And then I wanted a home. I wanted a place that I could call home and be there for quite a while. And so the next thing I knew, I found an ad for the Auto Trader, and I went and applied for that, and I got hired pretty darn quickly. And of course, working at the Arizona Republic helped me get that job. So it's always so divine, okay? So now it's interesting, because like I said, I shared that I had to let go of my apartment, and definitely was not what I was planning to do right at this time, because my lease was up soon in October. And anyhow, I wanted, when I decided to move out, I knew I was letting go of a lot of stuff, Thank you, Leslie DeMarco. And I wanted to be able to have a place to stay, to go through my stuff and figure out, because I waited till like one of the last minutes, because I was holding on that I could stay there till October, fulfill the lease, and do it on my own. And that's not what was meant to happen. And anyhow, so just so happens my neighbor was out of town for most of the week, and I got to stay there and go through my stuff, take what I wanted to Goodwill, and so on and so forth. And eventually I got it down to what I could fit in my truck. So it all worked out. There was a lot of times that I was knocking on doors of like, okay, because like she wanted me to leave a little bit sooner because she got home on Sunday night. But she was like, no, you can stay the night tonight. And then I was going to try and come and get an efficiency that next night. And it didn't quite work out. And she's like, no, you can stay another night. And then I worked really, really hard to get everything done. And so there was things that I wanted to do, but they weren't really in my heart. My heart was to be in efficiency, hotel room to where I could get up, I could cook, I could have a nice, safe, clean place to sleep, to do what I needed to do. But the checking account was looking interesting. Just so happens when I went to go take something up to Goodwill, my last run, something that I had forgot that was part of something that I'd already given them, there was a cash place, and I thought, well, maybe I could do something like that. And the one place didn't work out, but I actually had a loan that I opened up like 6 months ago that I didn't do anything with because the money ended up coming in a different way. And I was able to get $150 and go rent a hotel room for the next night, or for that night, and get what I wanted, right? And for the fact that I started cycling more cash, I'm sorry, that might have stopped for 1 second because somebody was calling me. Anyhow, blow me away because I've been creating this. I get paid to be me. Last night, I decided to go up to the store. I went to Kroger first because I wanted a little 6-pack of eggs. Didn't have them at Kroger. Had to go to Publix. Tried to check out in one line. Couldn't go through that line. I had to have a debit card and I was paying cash. Ended up in the line with this lady. I talked to some other ladies. Talked to this lady behind me. We started chatting. She's a nurse. She does, and I started, oh yeah, I work on the subconscious mind and trauma and blah, blah, blah. And I started talking about Positive Penny. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she just was falling in love with me. I was falling in love with her. I'm like, I gave her my card. I said, just text me, call me sometime. I gave her my card. She decides to not only pay for my eggs, but she pulls $50 out of her account and hands me $50 in cash. Just hands it to me. She says, here, for whatever you want to do. For whatever it is that you need. And I was just like, oh my God, are you kidding me? You don't need to do this. She says, no, I want to. And I was just like, so that paid, well, between that and my discount, paid almost for that one night that I bet on myself to do what it is that I wanted to do, right? And now I got a line on a place that I want to live, and I'm going to check it out tomorrow. So I ended up staying one more night. And I sat here and I looked at all those kinds of things that I was kind of like knocking on doors and people would say no. And I go, don't worry about it. No big deal. I'm just knocking on doors. I'm seeing what's going to open and what's not. But I realized I think it was last night, that the doors that I didn't want didn't open. The doors that I did want did. So anyhow, I hope you find this video helpful. I thought it was amazing. I had to share with several of my manifesting friends this story because I was actually on the line with Gordon right before I went into the thing because we were talking about, he's like, you're a mighty manifester. You'll manifest something amazing. And I'm like, thank you, Gordon, for holding that for me. And I'm like, you were part of it, dude. Anyhow, he's not part of Fastery of Tea, but he's part of the Center for Spiritual Living, which is where Robert came and did level 1 in Nashville a few years ago. It was literally like in 2020. Is that when it, right before COVID hit. Love y'all. We'll talk to you later. Let me know if this is helpful to you. All right, bye.